Email is where the money's at. And let me explain. Prior to the COVID pandemic, I was selling through dropshipping. I had a Shopify store. I was running ads on Facebook, and I was selling on average 1,100 to 1,200 watches and necklaces a day. These necklaces had little cat emblems. I was targeting cat lovers, dog lovers, very specific groups of people. These were niche-based stores. We had sections of the store that were customized for people with different passions or interests. They would respond from an ad on Facebook. They'd come to the store. Now, here's the thing with the store, what I did is I'd say that the item was free if they just paid shipping. They'd come to the store, and because they came to the store, they were looking to figure out how much is the shipping. And I was requiring them to put their email in order to find out what the shipping was. So not only do I know what item they were interested in, what they were passionate about, what their interest was, what niche, whether it was cats or dogs or could have been birds, but whatever it was that they were passionate about, now they were being put in a bucket in my email software where they were now being added to that list. They were opting in order to find out what the shipping cost was. And whether they purchased or not wasn't the issue. I was actually getting about 2,000 or 3,000 people a day joining that mailing list. Now, what happens next is now that they've joined that list, they get a thank you, they get a welcome email, but they also now get a newsletter of some kind that promotes other items that are in that same niche, that are in that same bucket for them that they're interested in. So this was going to be t-shirts, it was going to be bags, it was going to be pillowcases and blankets and sheets, things, shoes, different things or socks, things that they were interested in. And that's where the sales really occurred. So the original offer was just to get their attention, to bring them in and to give me their email address. But I was building this massive email list. And then it was that email that I sent out that had all the products listed on there, all the things that they could possibly be passionate about. And that's where they were buying. So on average, people would spend easily $40 to $70 per order. Forget the thing that I was selling for $9 or $10 on Facebook that they weren't really buying. Now they came in and they were buying the actual expensive stuff. And because the print on demand industry was so inexpensive, we're making a huge profit. The key here of what I'm saying is focus on getting the email, but think about what that next step is. What's the offer you're going to be giving people after they have signed up for that mailing list? Because that's where the money is going to be. That could be the back end offer. That could be the thing that generates all the revenue for you, where you're making all of your profit, not necessarily the initial thing that brings them in. This is the importance of having a multi-step sales process or a funnel, in which case you're not just focusing on the lead or that initial opt-in, you're now focusing on what that back-end sale or that next step or upsell is going to be. That's where you're going to recover your advertising costs. That's where you're going to be making your profit. I hope this helps. I'm your Santa Barbara web guy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.